What is good? This is Ahead of the Spread presented by Wager Talk. We're going to check out the one game tomorrow in the NBA playoffs. Golden State Warriors versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to check out the open number, any line movement that we see, and we'll talk about matchups and angles for this game tomorrow. Before we go into the games, we always talk about how we did today. Profitable day for me between baseball and NBA. Went 1-0 in the NBA. So was able to get the Knicks plus the points there. How'd you do today, Ski?
I went 1-1. I had the Knicks and I had the over in that game. So won the side, lost the total.
Gotcha. All right, let's see if we can get tomorrow's game, or at least get some good thoughts on this game tomorrow. I'll share my screen here. Hmm. All right, so over at OddsLogic here. If you guys want to try a free 7-day trial, use the link in the description below. You can customize your books, your sports, the odds that you see. You'll see the odds color coded when they move. You got injuries and alerts and all that. So if you want to try that out, that's in the link in the description. 7-day free trial. The game we are talking about tomorrow: Golden State Warriors and Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves open up at -10, has moved to 10.5. It has jumped from the previous game just because of Curry not being in for the Warriors. The total 201.5. Seeing a 201 at Bet Online, but majority 201.5 is available over at themoneyballer.com. Looking at the zigzag, obviously Warriors took game one, and then an under type look here. The game one went under by a huge margin, 88-99, um, and really struggled from the field. Skee since game seven and game one, he's 1 for 16 from three. Do you, obviously, so if you look at the regular season, he made at least four threes in each one of the games during the regular season. Obviously, playoffs is a little bit different. Um, but if they bounce back today, it has to be through Ant Edwards, right? What are your thoughts on this one?
I would agree. I mean, the coach already called him out and said, he didn't start the game with the energy that they needed. And so I would expect them to come back and, play a really good game here in game two. So I think props, points, whatever, those are all probably good. I did bet Nas Reed in game one. I think you can probably go back to that, whether it's
Hmm.
points and rebounds. Um, the game, I mean, Warriors without Steph. The first thing I think about is they're really just going to struggle to score.
Hmm.
They probably still can, play solid defense, but the offensive end is just really going to struggle. So seeing that 201, it kind of does make sense. At the same time, I think this specific game, like you're gonna get Minnesota's best punch offensively, and
Hmm.
they shot poor, like you mentioned. At least Ant did in the previous two games. I think Minnesota shoots it pretty well here, so I think Minnesota can score. And all right, here, so I like Minnesota or over because I think Minnesota can carry most of the weight on the total.
That was what. So I see what you're saying with that. One thing that I was looking at, because you mentioned how the Warriors do without Curry. If you look at recent, obviously there's a lot of games here without Butler, but I was looking after the trade deadline. All three of them, they kind of struggled to score. They even struggled to go. They went under their team total against the Hawks, as well. If you look at just in general on the season, that's one, two, three. They only went over their team total three times out of 12. I see what you're saying about taking the over though, just because Minnesota can carry. I was kind of looking the opposite side with the Warriors team total under, just kind of like how you
I
mentioned
can
earlier.
understand that. It's just
Yeah,
probably really low.
yeah, it probably is. It's probably like 90 some. But man, like if you look at some of these games here, they did score under 100 in a few of them, and most of these totals were above 110, 115 at most. This one here against the Heat, 208.5, they only scored 86. They really just tend to struggle, and
95 and
it's
a
like
half.
that. That does seem like That these
I
seems
don't
kind
know,
of low.
man. It could win, but damn,
Yeah,
bro.
I see what you're saying. All right. Well, that was the way that I was looking initially, but everything that you said makes a lot of sense to me. Um, dude, I don't know what else to talk about here. I mean, this is one game. Man, this is the playoffs. But yeah, so we talked a little bit about props. We talked a little about side and total. I guess any last comments, Ski, and then we'll go to the top licks.
No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm tired. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. All the usual suspects, some new people in the chat I see too. Appreciate all of you guys. Hit the like button and it helps the show out. That's the people at Wager Talk know we should continue doing it. And yeah, subscribe if you want to know whenever the shows at Wager Talk go live. So appreciate you guys. Top looks. I mean, Minnesota are over. That's I guess the last thing that I'm thinking here on this one right now.
Got you. So for me, um, I would look towards. I would continue with the lean that I have. Warriors team total under. I'm not sure I will have a bet on this game, but I do know what I'm betting already for Friday. So I'll probably post that tomorrow. And like Ski said, I appreciate all you guys. If you guys are interested in any of the picks or packages, you can go straight to our capper page, wt.buzz/HP for Ski, and then RC for myself. WNBA season is coming up, so and I was number one all time over at Wager Talk for WNBA last season, up like 65 units. Hit 59% of my plays. Obviously, it's lower volume just because of the amount of games that we play, but or the WNBA plays. But if you guys are interested in the WNBA package, I do have something up right now. I don't know exactly what it is, but go to the cover page. All right, with that said, guys, that's the end of the show. Whether you guys fade or follow, it is on you to make that call. Good luck with our action. Until next time, peace. You look frozen, Ski.
Man, I'm tired, bro. Tired.